Chris DiMartino on Venmo. Thank you, sir. Excited for the 24-25 season. Oh, make or break season for McDaniel. Jalen Wright looks good, baby. Let's go. It is not a make or break season. What I told you, this is the hot seat season for Mr. McDaniel. And I don't mean that he is currently on the hot seat. Hell no. I don't mean that whatsoever. What I mean by the hot seat season is that after 2 years of getting to the playoffs, and even though he hasn't really had enough talent to really get it done, he has made a lot of mistakes as a coach. And this is a very key year for him to grow as a coach. And he has to prove to people that he can win challenges, that he knows when to stay with the run, that he knows how to call a more responsible game at times, knows how to spread the ball around. We're going to talk about something along those lines today that's very, 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 very encouraging. But he has to grow. And if the brain farts continue and he doesn't win his challenges and he keeps abandoning the run in key moments when it's, especially when it's working, and he continues to hurt his team and keeps overloading the offense to Tyreek Hill, then by the end of the year, if he doesn't get the overall results and he doesn't start winning later in the season, and let's say the team is healthier and he does it, it becomes the hot seat year, because this is the year that put him on the hot seat into next season, and then that becomes his make or break year. So by the end of the year, you would have to be frustrated that he did not grow, did not become a better game day coach, did not outcoach the people across from him, and the team didn't grow in the end. And if it's healthier than it's been in the first 2 years and he still can't win games, then it becomes an indictment on him and he gets on the hot seat, and it becomes a make or break year that if he fails, he could get fired. And if he has success, he gets the heat off of him. That kind of shit. But this year is not a make or break year. This is the hot seat year after the first 2 seasons of very questionable decisions on the sidelines as a young coach. But you get that pass because you're a young coach. Now it's time to start growing up, and it's time to start, being better than the guy on the other side, and knowing when to say when on whatever it is, when to throw a flag, when not to throw a flag, when to stay with the run, when not to stay with the run, when to keep throwing it to Tyreek or when to find somebody else, when to get the tight ends involved, when to get the running backs involved, in the passing game. A lot of shit that went on with him that needs to be resolved. And so that's what I would tell you, as I've said before. This is the hot seat year. This is the year whether he ends up on it or doesn't, and takes the next step and grows, one or the other. But he's now come to that fork in the road. And so after this season, we'll see if he accelerates and continues to climb, or he starts to descend. Because if there's another season of all of that, it will not convince you guys that he's the guy. Those are the facts. I've been through this for well over 3 decades now. I've seen it from fans. I know how this works. So the fresh mind and all that stuff, that only goes so far. The results have to follow. They have to follow.
This is the Big O